Help pay for it.
Yeah, bosses speak. Mr. 110 game lace, better take a seat.
Facts.
OG Hollywood, let me set this tone. Every gem that I drop, turn a thought to a throne. Ain't no cap in here, just a blueprint real. Where the hustle meet the knowledge and the vision get sealed. Convos like gold, better soak this up. If you ain't moving with intention, you ain't moving with us. Oh, money tall, mind rich, that's the mindset. Did it all with no glitch, now the time set. We was down, now we rise and check the process. Turn the volume up, let them digest. 110, yeah, you just tapped in with the best of them. Game heavy, every word like a testament. You could've been anywhere, but you locked in. Took notes, gained jewels, now go clock in. Boss talk ain't for everybody, but you here now. Mr. 110, next episode, we gon' air it out. Let's go, facts. Oh, stay locked in, we just getting started. Every move precise, never half-hearted. Till next time, keep the hustle alive. 110%, let's rise. 110, 110 on the dash, we don't slow the pace. Same time, next move, we gon' elevate levels. That's the mindset. Did it all with no glitch, now the time set. We was down, now we rise and check the process. Turn the volume up, let them digest. Yeah, you just tapped in with the best of them. Game heavy, every word like a testament. You could've been anywhere, but you locked in. Took notes, gained jewels, now go clock in. Work. Boss talk ain't for everybody, but you here now, Mr. 110. Next episode, we gon' air it out. Let's go, facts. Oh, stay locked in, we just getting started. Every move precise, never half-hearted. So next time, keep the hustle alive. And 110%, let's rise. 110, 110 on the dash, we don't slow the pace. Same time, next move, we gon' elevate levels.
What's good? What's good? What's good? It's the one and only Mr. 110. Where I what? Keep it 110 all the way across every day, all day. Y'all remember, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and do what? Share this content, man. Peace and blessings, man. Y'all know what time it is. I'm back in the building, man, with none other than a conversation and a react video to who? The Island Boys. We all know who the Island Boys is. They used to be on top of their game. Used to be viral with TikTok. But we know one thing. Whatever go up must come down. And sometimes it comes down the wrong way. But nevertheless, it comes down, man. Nevertheless, it comes down, man. And speaking of the Island Boys, one of the Island Boys had a fight the other night. And I'm not going to say it was no celebrity boxing match. It really was a kids match, right? But nevertheless, he lost. But we know this is social media, right? And it's whatever, whenever. It's whatever, whenever. So in other words, what I'm saying is that when you fall off, you have to find some type of way to get back on, right? And ain't nothing wrong with that. As long as you doing it in a way to where you won't be embarrassing yourself. But With these two boys, it was by any means necessary. Any means necessary. And they had millions. They went viral on TikTok and got into the rap industry, and they did fairly well. But we know one thing: a fool and his money will soon depart. And that's what happened to them. They was a fool and their money departed. They bought things that was outlandish and they was trying to keep up with the Joneses. And they went back to zero. And not only they go back to zero, they went to doing things that men don't do. Because when you cross this line, it's a point of no return, right? But they crossed a real line, right? They crossed the line of no return to where you had two brothers doing anything for money. Anything for money. Even kissed each other for the mighty dollar. This is the Island Boys. And we all familiar with the Island Boys. Take a look at them. These are two blood brothers that are kissing. Why? Because they fell from grace and they spent all the money. And I've always told you all that attention is a drug. Most people on the internet will set their ass on fire for clicks, likes, and views. But these boys did it in another way. They decided to tongue kiss each other. Blood brothers. Incest at its finest. Look at these boys here, boy. You can't tell me what this internet won't make those do that made it, but couldn't sustain the attention. So what do? They do this. They do this. Born as men, but cross the line of no return. I was always told this: if you kiss, you'll do something else, right? Because kissing is a intimate, emotional act that is supposed to be shared between woman and man. However, this is America. This is America. It's to each his own. And I feel like these boys here crossed the line because the money was running out. And we all know they had a concert and they got booed like hell. And they went downhill from there. The attention wasn't there no more. So they turned to OnlyFans page. You know, they tried it all. However, this was the result of two brothers not figuring it out. They made millions of dollars. You know, they made millions of dollars with the things that they was involved in, but they couldn't sustain it, right? So this is what they turned to. They turned to kissing each other for the attention, for the love of money, right? For the love of money. It's anything to do to stay in mainstream media. We all know the song Island Boys. That was the song. Like I said, they went viral and they want to continue to go viral. So what do? They tongue kiss each other for the attention, for the love of money. Take a look at the Island Boys. This first picture where they hugging at, and the second picture was them getting intimate again with each other. Two brothers. If you kiss, you will do something else. But it's all for the love of money. It's all for the attention that the Island Boys were seeking. and they got it. They got the attention of a lot of people around the world, and they went viral again. And y'all know that we live in a world where people will entertain anything. And this was pure entertainment to people on the outside looking in. But to these boys, it was a survival tactic. Why? Because they had done screwed up and fucked up all the money. So what do? They went to loving on each other. Once again, incest. This is what these boys went to doing, right? And this is just the world we live in. Attention is far greater than any drug. If you can get the attention of millions of people, you feel like you're winning, but only at the expense of yourself, the embarrassment of you. Some people don't care. And obviously these boys didn't care, right? And like I said, they still in the mainstream media, but I don't think the money is still there. The money has been long gone. They drew the attention of people with the dreads, the gold teeth, and the tattoos on their face. And like I said, came up in the game as the island boys, but ended up the island girls. Because no man will cross this line to kiss his own brother unless it's already in your DNA. And in their mind, they say, oh, there ain't nothing wrong with this, my brother. Well, you right. If you already been participating in this activity, you know, and to each his own. That's their life. They live it how they want to live it, right? But nevertheless, don't get upset when people challenge you for kissing your brother, right? Let's talk about the celebrity match that Aiden Ross had the other day. One of the Olive brothers participated in it, right? Of course, we all know what happened. It's everywhere. He got his ass whooped, and they stopped the match, and they had to escort him out of there because he started crying like an island girl. Yeah, he started crying like an island girl, like a young girl would after losing. And that's what happened to him, right? And he went on, when they fell off, he went on and had a baby. He had a baby. And I'm not going to talk bad about the kid because I'm not that type of person, right? I feel like a kid will grow into his own when they grow up, put it like that. You know, because all of us can't be born into this world beautiful or handsome, right? It takes time to grow into that. It takes time for that particular person to get their beauty features. And if they don't get it, we live in a world where you can pay for it. We all know that, right? But that's neither here or there. But I will say this, the celebrity match, you know, I'm going to give them that celebrity match. I let them have that because, you know, they well known, you know, and they were millionaires. So they partially made it. They just gave it back because they didn't know how to maintain it. Like I said, a fool and his money will soon depart. And that's what happened to these kids here. They was fools with money and it departed. Now, we all know who this is. This is the one and only Charleston shock value White. Yeah, this is Charleston White. Loved by many and hated by many. Why? Because he gives his personal opinion on things people feel like that he shouldn't give them on. Well, it's to each his own. This is a freedom of speech. This is a world we live in where you can really basically say what you feel if you're willing to go to hell or go to heaven about it. Put it like that. And Charleston spoke on the Island Boy. Matter of fact, Charleston was grateful that he got his ass whooped. Put it like that. Charleston was very grateful that the other kid issued out, an ass whooping. And it didn't last long. But nevertheless, this is one of the Island Boys' baby mother, the newborn baby, right? And she pressed Charleston at this match. As you can see, Charleston, he do what he always do, laugh, right? And she pressed him about him calling their baby ugly. Well, if you laid eyes on the baby, it's your opinion. I saw the baby, but like I said, I understand that the kids sometimes grow into their own when they get older. Only when they get older. And I'm not the one to talk about no kid, man. But that don't mean Charleston not gonna do it, right? Charleston said the baby was an AI baby. It looked like AI, right? And Charleston has history with these two boys. He's had history with these two boys for quite some time. It's only verbal sparring until Charleston say he gonna meet him in the ring. Ada Ralston gonna set it up, and Charleston say he gonna take care of the business. If I had to bet my money, I have to put it on old Charlie. I have to put it on Charlie, cause we all got opinions about certain things, and like I said, this is the Island Boy's girlfriend. She pressed Charleston and said, "Oh, you finally gonna get whooped because you've been talking about my son or our son, right?" But it was just verbal conversation. She said what she had to say, and she proceeded to go the other way. And the Island Boy proceeded to get his ass whooped in the ring, and they put him out because he started crying. Right now, if you look at this baby, it looks like the Island Boys, right? It looked like the Island Boys. However, anybody that'll do this would do anything for money. Anybody do this, do anything for money. Like I said, this is his brother, and he's partaking in that, which what we see on the screen, which is pure incest. Right along with this, picture this as being a woman and a man. This is the way they looking at each other, right? So it could be his brother's baby. They share the same DNA, and the baby, like I said, the baby looks the same. The baby look like both of the brothers. So it could be the brother's baby. But nevertheless, Charleston spoke on it and called the baby AI. So the baby looked like an AI baby. And freedom of speech, man. And she got upset at Charleston and she pressed him. But it wasn't no real super press because look at both of their faces. Charleston took it as a joke and she did too. And she moved on about her business. But like I said, man, it's just the things that people will do for money. Here it is now. The island boys done blew all the money. So what are they doing now? They are forced to fight in a match to where you had no win at. Because he got his ass whooped if you watched it. But the most interesting part about this particular fight was the girlfriend pressing Charleston about the baby. I'm not here to talk about the baby because, like I said, most babies come into their own when they get older in life. So anyway, man, this is a react to the pressing of Charleston White by the island boy girlfriend, right? Now, I will say the island boy girlfriend, she looked like the baby's father. They all looked alike. So that might be his cousin. Or it might be, you never know, because all of them look the same. The two brothers, the girl, and the baby. And Charleston just called a spade a spade. In other words, he gave a ball, a strike, a strike. Now, what I am interested in is seeing that boxing match with him and Charleston. I want to make sure I stay tuned for that. I remember to leave y'all comments in the comment section, man. And tell me, what do y'all think about this right here? Is this people that'll do anything for money? Or these boys that'll do anything for clicks and views? Or did she have the right to press Charleston about calling her baby AI baby? Y'all leave your comments on that, man. I am Mr. 110, where I keep it 110 all the way across the board, every day, all day. And the day is no different. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm out of here.
Now Petty 40.
Yeah, bosses speak. Mr. 110 game lace, better take a seat.
Facts.
OG Hollywood, let me set this tone. Every gem that I drop, turn a thought to a throne. Ain't no cap in here, just a blueprint real, where the hustle meet the knowledge and the vision gets sealed. Convos like gold, better soak this up. If you ain't moving with intention, you ain't moving with us. Oh, money tall, mind rich, that's the mindset. Did it all with no glitch, now the time set. We was down, now we rise and check the process. Turn the volume up, let them digest. 110! Yeah, you just tapped in with the best of them. Game heavy, every word like a testament. You could have been anywhere, but you locked in. Took notes, gained jewels, now go clock in. Boss talk ain't for everybody, but you here now. Mr. 110, next episode, we gon' air